Welcome back. Today's topic: the frustrating moment when a USB device is plugged in, but nothing happens. No pop-ups, no mounts, nothing. If a USB isn't detected in Linux, this guide will provide effective steps to diagnose and fix the issue across any distribution, be it Ubuntu, Debian, Fedora, Arch, or others. First, let's understand why Linux might fail to detect a USB device. Often, this doesn't mean the USB is broken. It could be the kernel not recognizing it, storage modules not loading, file systems not mounting properly, or even a bad connection. Let's dive in and tackle this. Start with the physical connection. It may sound basic, but a faulty USB cable or port is often the culprit. Plug the USB into a different port, or test it on another computer. If it works there, the issue lies with the Linux system. Next, check what the kernel says. Open a terminal and type dmesg tailn 20. This command shows the last 20 lines of kernel messages. If the USB was recognized, you'll see messages like, new high-speed USB device detected. If nothing appears, the system likely didn't recognize the device. Now, let's list all detected USB devices. Type ls-USB. If the device appears, perhaps as a SanDisk or Kingston, it's recognized at the hardware level. If not, Linux didn't detect the USB controller event. Assuming the device shows up in ls-USB, check if it's a block storage device. Use lsblk or sudo fdiskl for a detailed overview. Look for entries like dev sdb1 or dev sdc1. If it's listed but not mounted, create a mount point with sudo mkdir mnt usb, then mount it using sudo mount dev sdx1 mnt usb, replacing sdx1 with the correct label. If this works, the file manager might not be auto-mounting devices properly. If the USB doesn't show in lsblk or fdisk, there might be a missing kernel module. Run lsmod grep usb to check if the USB_storage module is loaded. If it's not, load it manually with sudo modprobe USB_storage. Sometimes, udev, the Linux device manager, needs a nudge. Reload it with sudo udevidum control, reload, then trigger it using sudo udevidum trigger. This forces the system to recheck all connected hardware, potentially bringing the USB device to life. Another common issue, especially with laptops, is USB auto-suspend. This feature can disable USB ports to save power. To check the status, run cat sys bus USB devices USB power control. If it shows auto-suspend is enabled. Temporarily disable it by running echo on sudo t sys bus USB devices USB power control. Still no luck? Check the system logs for deeper issues. Type journal ctlz grep usb or cat var log syslog grep usb. Look for warnings or errors related to USB enumeration or device failures. These can provide valuable clues. If all else fails, it might be a compatibility issue or a bug fixed in a newer version of the kernel or software. Run sudo opt-update and amp, and sudo opt-upgrade ensure the system is up to date. Booting from a different kernel can also help if the problem started after an update. If nothing has worked, and the device doesn't show in dmesg, lsusb, or lsblk, the USB device might be faulty, or the port could be damaged. Blow out any dust, switch cables again, or test the device on another operating system. And there it is, a professional approach to fixing the USB not detected issue in Linux. Whether it was a kernel module, a power issue, or a stubborn file manager, one of these steps should have resolved the problem. If this video helped, give it a thumbs up, comment below on which step worked, and subscribe for more Linux tutorials. Got another annoying Linux issue? Drop it in the comments, and a video will be made. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.